I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing over.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
A pickup on the play.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Bullard toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Bullard. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Bengals nothing. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant. Hey, check Mike.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Push him back. Push him back. 55's Mike, guys. 55.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Bullard taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Check pass. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Burrow will throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
54, right there, 54, Mike. Cut.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Running out of the
I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 34. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
And it's third down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
And the Steeler first down.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw. Bullard. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
The 25-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Complete to
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Touchdown
from 8 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
The point after.
Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
At the 25-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
55's Mike, guys, 55.
On second down, Burrow buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
At the Bengals' 43-yard line.
Here we go, Shaq. 60 even, 60 even.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw on second down, Bullard. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Bullard. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Second and 11 now. Now a give, right side. Gaffney, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Taken down at the
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bullard. That's complete. It's Anthony McFarland. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
It's gonna take it. No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm a boy. One for the safe. Going till there's nothing left. I'm a one to the blood and to the everything but death. Yeah, the footsteps coming cause we coming for the jet.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
5-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Share.
Mixon on the toss right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Check 55, come on. Check 55. Mark 55. Mark 55.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, that was dangerous.
Burrow's pass.
Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Down and 10.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's
I am.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Bullard completes it to Hardman. And now off to the races down the right side. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, Bullard. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
Bullard's pass.
If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
The quarterback
ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing on first down, Bullard. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's West. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Bullard. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
16. Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Off play action. Bullard. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Burrow. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Joe Mixon. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Joe Mixon,
well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Over the middle to Smith. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
On the carry.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Burrow. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A toss play to Mixon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and 16.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
That's good.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with it overall.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Back to throw. Bullard, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. To throw again, Bullard. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
A loss of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, Bullard. Flush to his right. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Operating from the gun, Bullard. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The Steelers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be third and a mile. From the gun, Bullard. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively. You could almost see him going through the coaching points. Adjust, find the football, knock it away. Well executed.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Burrow from his own end zone. And now here is another interception. Picked off at his own 10. And a first and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
9-yard line.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Gaffney, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Stopped short.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On third down, Gaffney, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Steelers 24, Bengals nothing. Jake Elliott.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
We never know just when it's our time and legends are gone and we all know why. So before they go, the king on toast, give them a rose, but they still alive.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Burrow looking to pass. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run on first down. Gaffney, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made by Jesse Bates.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Bullard. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
A 16-yard touchdown. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Steelers 31, Bengals nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. They'll roll him out right. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
6-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. On the run, it's Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Brought down.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
Tackle made back at his own 49.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Open man is Duvernay. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 2nd down, Gaffney. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about